with this local 11th hour stuff. We'll get back when Ed's ready. Has this rendered and all that. This video about the tased woman.
Now, were you told that
I appreciate Derek's passion and heat on that. We like when Derek has passion and heat. Times like that show me that Derek could do this show alone. If Derek just was here alone and just ranting and raving about shit like that for 3 hours, it would be a good show.
By the way,
I had to get a whole lot of Gatorade. That's a lot of chocolate for 3 hours.
Anyway, Derek,
by the way, is there anything, absolutely anything written about Sammie Junebug Davis in that paper?
No, there's not. I picked this up yesterday. This is the latest 11th hour. Rag's been around a while. I have, ever since it's been done in Macon, Georgia. It also started in Statesboro and a couple of other places, I believe. I've seen every issue. No, there was nothing in here yet, I'll say, because I'm gonna give benefit of doubt. It might be next week's, or next. It's every 2 weeks. It might be next week.
All right, tell us about the paper.
Well, basically, instead, this was the magazine. Excuse me, the little rag, local rag around here that tells you what's going on. It's mainly entertainment based. And anyway, this was the article. We were supposed to have an article about Sammie Davis Jr.'s life and what happened at Kroger. We thought this issue. Well, originally it was supposed to be the issue before this. Brad Evans, the publisher owner of this, he with his wife Megan, who just had a beautiful young baby. They put this out, and we apparently thought we were going to be not we, but the Sammie Davis Jr. story was going to be the issue before this one. Well, he did email me, Brad, personally, and said it's not going to be that issue because we're still getting stuff together. They're having a hard time getting to talk to Cheryl Davis, Sammie's sister. So then he told me it was going to be the following issue, which is now the one I hold in my hand. But, of course, as we learned on this show a couple days ago when DS Photo Guy told us he was doing photos for the 11th hour, and what did he say? He was doing a thing about the Civics Club, a bunch of soccer moms, right, at the Civic Club show, and that's what this cover is, basically. So this is the DS Photo Guy's photo, who you always see on the chat board. DS took some photos for this issue. That's one of his photos right there. Good job, DS Photo Guy. Anyway, my thing is that's fine. That's the way the periodical business is. Shit gets pushed back all the time.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, I'm hoping that it's not this reason, and I'm not going to accuse. But I'm hoping that they're just trying to bury the whole story, period, because of pressure from an outside source, right?
I would agree.
That's what I'm hoping it's not. I'm going to give Brad a benefit of the doubt that they're still going to do this story on Sammie Davis Jr. I'm hoping that he's not sort of giving in to the powers that be around here that don't want him to do it.
I don't think it's going to do the cover.
You don't?
No.
You don't think it's going to be the cover. You think it's going to be an inside story.
Correct.
I get it, inside story.
Page 3 somewhere.
Okay, well, we'll see. Okay. But my thing is, and that's fine. It's his paper. He can do what he wants. But, come on. Let's talk about what really matters around here.
Right.
The Civic Club or corrupt cops? All right, they both start with C, okay? Corrupt cops and Civic Club. I get it. But come on. Do we really have to hear about the Civic Club?
Well, remember, the 11th hour is a paper for entertainment and supposed to be it's setting off the positive, what's happening in Macon, Georgia, and all that. They're not the Daily News.
But that's not true. Because
they're not the Daily News.
No. But one of their main stories a while back, which they were proud of putting on the cover, was when they did the so-called expose on the Macon massage parlors. You remember that? They had a big cover story about how they went and did a big behind-the-scenes Macon massage parlor thing. They had an undercover reporter go in there and get a massage and see if it led to the happy ending and blah, blah, blah. They were all about the news then, right? Whenever they're busting people that are supposedly criminals, but by everybody's standard of criminal, they're on top of that. When it starts involving your own police being criminals, they don't want to talk about it.
Well, look, right? Let's be honest here.
Right?
A corrupt
and record this part of the show.
Is a hell of a lot less serious than corrupt police officers. I mean, you think about the two, okay?
Wait a minute. What'd you say?
A corrupt business is not as bad as a corrupt police department. That is some serious shit there.
I like that tongue twister.
No, I'm
serious shit. Say
Yeah.
that 3 times
It
fast.
is.
That's some serious shit.
Yeah, serious shit around here.
Well, it is.
And
but
so
if you're going to be
they're not going to do a serious story about
but they
government
should.
corruption.
But they should.
When they are just a newspaper designed
that only
to bring about
survives. That
stories
only
that are
survives
entertaining.
because of what? Big ads, right?
Right.
Only survives because of big ads that people buy.
Of course.
And if you talk about something they don't want you to talk about, your ads are going to stop.
Yes,
showing
that's
up,
true.
right?
Right.
Okay. But I think that's bullshit because look at us. With our show, we're going to talk about what's important.
Well, of course, and then we don't charge.
But I'm saying,
So far.
we call that shows to me more character. That shows more character that we're willing to just put it out on the line because we don't need to kiss ass, right? But if you want your money to be made and you're going to give us fluff like the Civic Club story, which, they do the Civic Club show every year. It's a bunch of people getting together.
What is it, a good civic club? Somebody just
They
asked.
basically fucking put a show together. They pick a theme. 1 year it's like, hey, let's make the theme about 50s rock and roll. And then they get a bunch of people that, as a whole, most of these people are non-actors and non-singers and non-performers anyway. They're most of the time, like DS said, a bunch of fucking housewives from North Macon, right? That get in a show and dance on stage and talk about, how great everything is.
Yeah, their fantasy of being on stage.
Yeah, but other than that, you don't ever see them doing any kind of theater or acting or anything anywhere else. Okay, it's a one-shot thing every year. Okay, it apparently makes a lot of money. The shit's been going on for like 60, 70 years in this town.
Like DSS calls them MILFs.
Right, DS called them MILFs. Anyway, we're just calling every shit out here today.
No,
anyway,
what's so funny is it's been around 60-something years. This is the first I've ever heard of it.
I'm sorry, it says rolling after 52 years. I was close to it. Okay. So anyway, they pick a theme, and that's fine and dandy. Okay. But come on, is it going to be front page worthy? Really? When you have cop corruption nonstop? Is this really front page? This should be the page 3 story, Irvin.
Yeah,
right.
true.
That you're saying, and then corruption with cops is supposed to be page 1 and cover. Is my opinion. Okay. Anyway, I wanted
It looks
to bring
like they
that
got the Dalaman story in there, though.
Well, again, but the Dalaman goes into page 9 or 10, and it's basically just one of their opinion people. Yeah, it's Bill Knowles, Mr. Right Wing Bill Knowles. His column,
The Republican guy.
and he basically talks about the questions to ask about Dalaman's future, which Dalaman, as you know, is the Bibb County
Matter of fact, there is a story that we could talk about. Well, not just Dalaman, talk about
Roe versus Wade on this side.
It just turned 40 years old this month, actually.
Right. So anyway, again, it's their paper. They can do what the hell they want with it. And let's face it, we know that magazines like Making Food and Culture and this are here to just basically, like Irvin said, talk the city up, make these people money by charging these prices for these ads. We know that. We're not stupid. But do both. People are going to respect you a hell lot more if you tackle the big, hard issues, right? And you call it out like it is, right?
Yeah.
Right? So because I went on this rant, the story probably won't ever make the damn 11th hour because now they'll just scratch the story, period. Which brings me to the 11th hour readers poll. Let's address this a little bit, guys.
There's a lot of names on there.
And I hope you're recording all this because this is one of the video footage things I want to put out. All of it. All the stuff about local.
This recording.
Ed, I want this
How many
shit.
times do I have to tell you
I
to record the
know.
whole show?
Well, mark the 9:30 area. This
I already
is
did.
okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I am fucking listening. I'm not deaf.
Thank you.
Okay.
Here we go.
Because this is the kind of footage I want to be put everywhere on Facebook today. I
Okay.
want this to get out and everybody to see it. I want to tag everybody in it. I want this to be seen, okay? This will be fun.
I love it.
It's the
I'll send
freaking
it to
shit.
you. Post it.
Oh, quit being a whiner. Anyway, this is the 11th hour, which again is just a freaking popularity contest, right? You nominate. Remember how we asked everybody to nominate the morning roast in at least 3 categories? It was best thing about making, worst thing, and then blogger. Because after all, we are bloggers. Hell, it's blog TV.
Yes.
We are bloggers, right? Okay. Needless to say, we didn't get any mention. No nomination anywhere. Even though we know there were at least 10
I was trying to check the media.
Well, I'm going to go through it. I want to go
okay.
through it, guys. I want you guys to give me your straightforward opinion. Now, don't hold back because some of these people are your friends. If you like them, you like them. But just let's be honest about some of the selections, okay? Okay? Okay. And chatters, go along with this. Some of you local people love this. Some of you that don't, you can still make some comment. And think of it this way. All our out-of-towners, you can look these people up, and we're giving them publicity, and that gets you guys to decide whether you like them. You can look up their music and all this. These are all making people. This is within the clique of what's cool around here.
Right.
Okay. Community. The best thing about Macon, your choices are, and this award show is sometime in February. The award show for the best thing of Macon, the nominees, the music, downtown, history, and the Old Mulgee Heritage Trail. Okay? Pretty vague. What's the best thing to you guys in this category, besides the morning roast? I mean, who cares, right? Right. Okay.
Prostitution.
Amstar?
Yeah. See,
Well, give me the three names again.
the four.
Four.
The choices are music, downtown, the history, or the Old Mulgee Heritage Trail. Well, what's the best thing? Are any of these qualify as the best
the
freaking
history.
thing, or is this just really
The
kind
music, I
of
guess.
candy coated?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I think the best thing in this list downtown is Macon is downtown. But okay, worst thing about Macon, they only put three things: crime, homeless problem, and the school system.
All three.
But my thing is, you for sure should
It's like a tie for first place right there.
But why don't you have included on that list the corrupt cops? No, God forbid we put those, right?
Well,
Right? God forbid we put the corrupt authorities on the worst thing about Macon. Okay?
Yeah.
Number 3, and I'm not going to do all these because it goes for frickin' ever. Favorite local hero. AC Pup, and that's the local mascot for the animal control.
Yeah, the dog.
June O'Neill, Mike Ford, we brought up Mike Ford at the beginning of the show, Otis Redding and his Big O Foundation. Okay. I'm voting for the dog because you can never go wrong with a dog. I mean,
Okay.
seriously, I always like animals better than humans. What the hell? I would vote for the dog. But again, local hero, isn't that kind of a stupid category to include most of these people in? I wouldn't call Mike Ford a hero. Would you? Is he a hero?
I don't know.
You're too
He
bush-mouthed over there.
does do a lot of stuff for Macon.
But is it
downtown.
heroic? I mean, hero is a different term. I mean, that's not a hero, right? I mean, come on. Anyway, favorite local politician. Here we go. Councilman Larry Schlesinger, the rabbi. Mayor Robert Rickett. Councilman Rick Hutto. And Commissioner Sam Hart. Okay?
Hot though.
Okay. This is a bullshit list. Again, if you're calling it like you're saying it, Rickard should be probably the most hated politician. All right?
He's not.
But he should be, if you want to be technically correct about this. Okay? Okay. Favorite local celebrity. This really gets ridiculous. If it hasn't already been ridiculous. Mark Ballard, who's this, married guy who seems very queer, who's an artist around here.
The artist currently known as Mark.
Right. And I'm friends with Mark and his wife, but let's face it, the guy's pretty effeminate. Okay. Effeminate. Captain Danny Davis, local celebrity. Ben Jones. Ben Jones is your local weatherman on Channel 13.
Okay.
And Flaco Torres, who's this rapper that everybody thinks is good. Okay. Again, local celebrity. Local celebrity should be people like Newt Collier,
Yeah.
right? Who still lives in Macon, who played
And
horns
still
for
gets
Sam and
no
Dave,
respect.
right? Jamie Kaplan, ex-pro tennis player who's fighting cancer.
Yeah.
You know, she
Kevin
still
Brown.
lives. Kevin Brown, ex-professional baseball player who lives in Macon.
Right.
These are most likely your real local celebrities.
Right.
They're still in Macon. They're spending money in Macon. And they at one time were celebrities.
And doesn't Danny live in Atlanta?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how does that work?
Well, because it's a favoritism thing. These people got voted on by they went and asked begged their friends to vote for them.
Okay.
I mean, come
what
on.
about going to
Jump
media?
to media. We want to
Okay.
jump this crap. Let's jump to media.
This is Macon's
Macon's best radio station.
106.3.
Played out.
Georgia Public Television, Georgia Public Broadcasting Radio 89.7,
Boring as hell.
and 97.9 WIBB.
Never listened to it. So, there's your three radio I mean, this is Thomas, our friend Thomas, who was on the Morning Roast way back at the Roasted, when we did it
Thomas,
Roasted.
yeah.
Thomas had a pretty good reply to this on his Facebook page. He said the 11th hour readers poll nominees is marvelously bad. To quote him, he wrote it's marvelously bad. I don't know if it's marvelous, but it is pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
It's his favorite local news personality. He said Frank Malloy from Channel 13, Ben Jones,
who's a weather guy. He's not news. He's weather.
And Chase
and
Ambrose.
our buddy Chase Ambrose.
Yes.
Well, I'll vote for Chase.
I would vote for Chase
Yeah,
too, but I'm not voting. I already decided I'm not voting on this thing. Because I'm gonna be the crybaby that goes, you don't include the morning roast, you ain't getting my vote. And you know what? You don't include the morning roast, you ain't getting my ass showing up to it. I'm gonna be the whining baby because you know what? Let's get down to the meat and potatoes. We are a damn blog show. We are the only blog show in this town that anybody knows of. Yes. I guarantee.
And that we're serious about it.
Okay.
We've been doing this now for going on 4 months every day.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me go back.
Well, Monday through Friday.
Let me go back to favorite local blogger, Eric Erickson. Surprise, he's not local. He doesn't live in Macon anymore. He lives outside Macon, I believe. And he has a show on Atlanta radio station, 7:50 a.m., I believe.
I got an announcement to make.
Go ahead.
I'm on Facebook. They actually somebody sent me a message. They're watching the show now. I can't say who it is, but they dated Rickard.
They dated Rickard?
He's got a 4-inch dick.
Oh my God! Let's get to that later. Anyway, favorite local blogger, Eric Erickson, who's actually nationally known. Chris Horn, who used to write for the 11th Hour. Bill Knowles, who writes for the 11th Hour. He's the right-wing guy that we just talked about. Angel Collins, I love Angel Collins. She's a sweetheart. And the Blue Indian, which is like this music blog site. Okay. Believe me, the Morning Roast should be on that nominee list.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Well, the fact is that we should have appeared somewhere there.
Well, we know that they at least got about 10 nominations for us. So, I mean, And again, and what also makes it always so kind of iffy to me, iffy, and I hope Brad's watching this, maybe he'll understand this, is I like how they decide to put only 2 or 3 in some categories, but then some categories it's okay to put like 9.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if you're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 under best local bartender, why the hell don't you put 6 under local blogger by including the morning roast? Why do you only put 5?
Very good question.
Why do you only put 3 radio stations?
Why
Right?
don't you ask that to Brad?
That's why I'm getting him to tape this. So we can put this out on Facebook, tag everybody and their ass in it, which I'll do, and then they can watch the repeat of the show. Okay.
But anyway, do you
and
have
maybe
that
Brad
video?
will come on the show and explain it to us. Brad, you're invited to come on the morning roast.
So, do you have that taser video?
Yeah.
Wait, I want to finish this now. We can't jump to no damn taser. You want to jump to taser? This is important shit here.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
I'm
talking,
talking a dead horse, though.
but I'm talking about the future of this show, the importance of this show, right? Right.
I agree.
with a
Keep
same
going. You're doing good.
I'm sure this is true. Okay. Macon's best singer songwriter. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that list. Amazing. They're all friends of the guy who runs the paper. Abby Owens, Justin Cutway, Louise Warren, Travis Denning, Sterling Waite, Shane Bridges, and Matt Moncrief. Okay.
I think Louise Warren is probably the only one that I know.
I know a few of these. I know a few of them. And I'm not saying, some of them are friends. I don't have a problem with them.
Know my
It's
yeah,
just, it's
well, at
just,
least know my name.
It's all just a big popularity contest.
Well, isn't that the point of it?
No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It should be who really is good at what they do, is what I always thought about these award shows.
Yeah.
Honestly, and that's opinion. That's why I have a problem always with the Academy Awards and these award shows like Derek lambasted against last week, the Image Awards and all this, and the American Music Award, is they pick a bunch of bullshit a lot of times and a bunch of hacky-ass, mediocre crap.
It's all PR work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody's paying somebody off.
Exactly. And that's the point I'm bringing up.
Even with
And
movies, I remember this Michael J. Fox appearance, after he did that movie with the blind guy, Ray Charles. after he did that, he kind of died out for a while,
It's like
right?
Jamie Foxx.
Right, and then all of a sudden, the momentum started building up, where he's showing up on shows and all that, and then all of a sudden, he puts out a movie.
Right.
I mean, all of this is all calculated.
Well, of course it is.
And even in this situation, these people being put out there is because, those bandmates, those music people you're talking about, the Abby Owens and all that shit.
Flacco. Juby's on there.
They're all going to have concerts somewhere. They're going to have a contest or concert somewhere, and they're going to be like headliners for a while now.
1, 2, 3, 4,
So this kid is almost like trying to restart some of these careers of these people with their names on there.
I was just checking out this one list category: best local cover band, Uncle Earl and his Friends. Not to be mistaken with Earl Big Skillet Jackson from.
That's right. That's right.
Uncle Tokyo Spot, Two Finger Gesture, A to Z Band, and Great White Lion Snake.
Yeah.
Huh.
See, I mean,
but Tokyo Spot, isn't that used to be like a
that was a massage parlor. Going back to our massage parlor comment. Yeah, they got the name. They used to have another name. I think they used to be the Neo Cats or something. Then they changed their name. They lost their singer and they went to Tokyo Spot. And they
named after.
But anyway, it's what it is. There are some good bands on here that I do like. Zavi. I like the guys at Zavi. They're nominated for Who Made Best Album. One Horse Parade, pretty good band. Back City Woods. I like their early stuff. I hadn't heard their new stuff. Speaking of Back City Woods, they have an album release party at the Hummingbird, I believe, February 2nd.
Oh, damn, I forgot about it. Back City Woods, they also was on WMAZ earlier this week, Sunday morning. They had a performance on their morning show.
But my friend Jason Moss, a.k.a. Jason Virus, he's got it right. He wrote, I told you what he wrote to them. Remember? He posted, sounds like a bunch of, to quote him, fags are running this. And then, of course, Brad wrote him back and said, talking a big mean game on Facebook or whatever, you have to get more than 10 nominations to make this list or whatever. And if you want to talk about it and personally come over. And then Jason wrote back one of the funniest lines of the year so far. He wrote, I wasn't talking about you, Brad. If I was talking about you, I would have called you cokeheaded degenerate asshole. So that was the Jason Moss reply, which I had to admit was pretty fucking funny. Come on, have a sense of humor. But anyway, Jason has a band, Sugar Virus. Whether you like him or not, they've been doing this shit around here for 20 years. Longer than any of these bands.
I mean, it really is, in my opinion, it really is just a lot of noise.
Me or the band?
The band.
Yeah, but again,